Okay, Trevor Young says, how do we stop the suicide epidemic amongst young Western men? How do we lads find meaning in the wasteland after we finish cleaning our rooms? Also, just cashed my shekels in for a new t-shirt. Never let the meme die, brothers and sisters. All right.
Thank you for the t-shirt purchase.
Yes.
And after you finish cleaning your room, wash your penis.
Wash your penis. How do we stop the suicide epidemic amongst young Western men? I think it's like that's a really big question, but it's a really simple question too. Get like once you become red pilled, you don't really put up for that culture.
Yeah.
Like you still have degenerate things, but you're like killing yourself. Why would you kill yourself, dude? Because like you've got a mission in this life, and your mission is to save your
You're
people.
You're a soldier now. Cash in your PTOs and do something with it. Go out.
Go out in style. Whoa. We can't tell them to go out in style.
No.
Not that kind of style.
I meant go out and, like, explore nature or go to a couple strip clubs.
Get some titties in your face, get some whiskey in your belly, and then read about your people. Find a good girl, breed her, make a bunch of kids. There's no reason for suicide. Yeah. That's fucking gay, dude.
Now,
don't do that.
You don't need to.
I'll go ahead and, like, I've never really hidden the fact that I'm into Stoic philosophy, right?
Yes, you talk about it.
So, in one of Seneca's letters from a Stoic, he talks about, he basically says, if you find yourself in a situation that you find, so abhorrent that you can't tolerate it, kill yourself. That's really what he says. He says there is always a way out of any situation. Whether it's just whether or not you think it's worth it to kill yourself.
Yeah.
And he says, like he talks about this story of a young Spartan warrior that was taken captive, and this young warrior swore that he would never be a slave. And true to his word, the first time that the person that he was sold to gave him an order as his master, he ran and smashed his head into the wall and killed himself.
Based.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
He said he was like, "I'll never be a slave."
Why not kill your master and run away?
Well, the point of the story is that there's always a way out, like no matter what. And I'll go ahead and counter signal the like anti-suicide thing, and I'll say, if you're that weak that you think that, the only way out is suicide, then go ahead and do it. Mm-hmm. Like you're not worth it.
But then you're kind of advocating that you shouldn't do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like if you're that weak that you think you have to kill yourself, then go ahead and do it.
I don't know, you kind of have to have a lot of courage to do it.
You do, but it's...
I don't know. It just means that you don't care about yourself, so it's like, well, why would
I just don't understand, why would you waste your life like that when you could be fighting at least for, like, a cause
exactly.
that's a greater cause?
That's my point.
Why?
That's my point, is that, if you're that black-pilled, then you're not worth keeping around.
You're a nigger.
But if you think that there is something worth fighting for...
But can't you turn them around?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Well, then that's what we should assume to do, right? We tell them, don't kill yourself, but I understand what you're saying. If you're weak enough...
Yeah, I'm saying if you don't see any other way out except that, then, that's always an option. It is always an option. There's always a way out. Never feel like you are trapped anywhere.
So
there's always a way out.
So what about, like, then when you have the ethos of never surrender?
Never surrender then.
Okay, but...
It's the same mindset.
But some people just want to check out because they feel like they're
I think we're getting really autistic about this, and I like it. I like that we're getting autistic, but look, our point is, let's get to the point. The point is, don't commit suicide.
Yeah.
Don't commit suicide. If you do, we're not going to fucking have sympathy for you. We're going to think you're a beta cuck loser.
No, I'm not going to think you're a beta cuck loser.
We're not going to think about you. We're not going to think about you.
I'm going to say, there goes somebody who didn't see any other way out, and they took the option that they had. Now,
the option that they had.
Now, for those of us that are strong enough to continue going on and to push forward.
Okay, so you're just telling you're saying if somebody's coming to this right now and they're like, I just want to kill myself, you're saying kill yourself, faggot.
I'm saying that's your
that's your option. If you want to do it,
that's always on the table. It's always on the table.
But I don't think it should be something you consider.
Right. I don't think it should be a first option. I don't think it should even be a second option.
If
you really feel that there are no options left,
and you run into
well, you're still wrong though.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you feel that there's no options. There are options.
Right, but
like if
for
anything,
that person, they might not think there's any other.
I understand that they think that, but it's like, if anything, why don't you? Like, I know I'm not supposed to say this, but it's like, why don't you at least, like, let's say you're in a dystopian novel and you're incredibly depressed because the powers that be are oppressing you and your people.
Yeah.
Why fucking put a bullet in your head when you could put that bullet in the politician's head?
Because you're weak.
Okay. Well,
you think?
I know. How is that weak? Hold on. How could you prefer your own death over the death of the person that's causing you the misery?
Exactly. I think the people who feel that that's the only option,
they're just wrong.
I'm not saying that it's right. I'm saying that it's an option.
You're just saying you're disgusted by those people. Yeah. I think that's really what you're saying, is that when they come to you with that pity, you don't give them that pity.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you there. Don't show pity for people that call that.
If you think that that's your only option, it is an option, but it's not necessarily the only option.
But if you need to step outside, step aside, and let the others rule.
It sounds like surrender to me, dude.
Yeah,
that's just what it sounds like.
I was always told that suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Yeah.
And it's...
And I don't think they ever consider what that... Sometimes people who commit suicide, I don't think they realize how devastating it is outside of themselves.
Like what it does to the parents and
the
everybody
siblings
else
and the friendships and the community, because it goes outside of them, and they just feel like nobody understands them enough to like see that they felt like they didn't have another option to go on. And it's like, no, you always have options.
You always have another option.
You chose to put the blinders on.
I have had friends who have committed suicide.
Yeah, I had one
recent.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not something that we are distanced from. Mm-hmm. It's something that we understand. We have had friends who have committed suicide, and it's it is painful, but I feel like if that's the only option that you see, then you're gonna take it.
Yeah.
But it's
not your only option.
It's not your only option. You have to be able to see multiple options.
But you know what's the really blackpilling part of that whole suicide
option?
It was already destined to happen.
Yeah.
Whether they wanted to do it or not.
But I think some people... Look, that's getting into free will. That's a whole other subject. We're going to move on.
No. Wait. Let's go ahead and
you want to knock out free will?
Let's get into free will.